It's my favourite time of year, early February. My birthday's in a couple of weeks, which is not so good. But I really love the fact that everything is starting to happen. A lot of my garden has been left fairly wild. I've not touched anything kind of deliberately to see how it develops through the winter and allow birds and wildlife to really settle into all the old stems and old flowers. So I've tended to leave it alone. In the next couple of weeks I'm going to tidy it all up and I'm going to show you how to get your garden spring ready. Now, you may have noticed this here. It's the most beautiful Daphne, Jacqueline Postile, planted about 5 years ago. It's now 2.5 meters tall. Every year, no matter what the winter throws at it, it starts flowering now, flowers for the next 6 weeks. The smell as you come through the door is fantastic. There's a few other gems in the garden like the white camellia, the small Daphne on the other side of the garden, and of course Helleborus are all starting to happen. Another favourite thing is wildlife. We've been feeding the birds right through the winter. There is an incredible amount of bird life in our garden. Hydrangeas, absolutely love them. This one is Annabelle. Even this time, beginning of February, I like it. I don't really want to cut them back until the last minute, so until I start seeing little green shoots, probably beginning of March, I'm going to leave these as long as possible. But at home, if you don't like that kind of look, you can trim these off after they flowered in the autumn. I think it looks great, the birds seem to like them, and it just gives a really nice bit of winter interest. Three of my favourite evergreens in the garden, I've got to say, are the rosemary here, unscathed, being battered by -10 degrees, perfectly okay against the house. Everybody should have a rosemary. This dwarf pine, I've had that about 5 years, like a little bonsai and an old friend. I love it, hasn't minded the cold at all. And of course the Carex, this one here, which is Testacea, which is just a really bulletproof grass. It looks brilliant everywhere, and I just love the movement it creates. Unfortunately, some things have taken a beating in the winter. Certain Hebe varieties. The small leaf ones seem to be fine, but this one here, which is a larger leafed Hebe, has really suffered and it may be dead. But my advice to you is, if anything's looking dead, leave it for now. Leave it till the end of February, beginning of March. Then you can trim it back and see if there's any new shoots appearing at the bottom. So my advice is just pretty much leave things for another couple of weeks, let the cold weather pass, and then have a good old cut back and tidy up.